Hey, welcome to another Dino Reacts. It's been a long day. Today was the day of the Trump rally. I had to work today, so I wasn't able to do it live, which would have been cool, but I didn't get the opportunity. So let's just look at some of the highlights I could find. So as always, thank you guys so much for paying attention to my content, and let's get into it. Let's get after it.
Thank you, everybody. What a crowd. This is something. You know, we wanted to keep it small because who knew? This is like a love fest. Love fest. It's a love fest. We love you. Thank you, darling.
Here's the native New Yorker feeling right at home.
I was sort of like a hot guy. I was hot as a pistol. I think I was hotter than I am now when I became president. The costs have gone up so much. Bacon has gone. I don't eat bacon anymore. It's too expensive. When he's finished with his speech, he can never find the stairs. He can never find the stairs. And when he does, it's not a pretty picture either. Thank goodness for Secret Service. They come up and they guide him off. She wrapped him up all cozy in a comforter of silk and laid him by the fireside with some honey and some milk. She hurried home from work that night, and soon as she arrived, she found the pretty snake she'd taken in had been revived. But instead of saying thank you, ma'am, the snake gave her a vicious bite.
This morning, supporters waited in line in the rain to hear the former president, a borough that voted 90% for Biden in 2020, which today became a bit more red. After 4 years, you could feel the buyer's remorse. Johnny was there as our witness.
Why are you here today to support Donald Trump?
I am here for Trump.
To support Donald Trump, to put America first.
What do you like about Donald Trump?
Everything. He's from Queens, and he speaks our language.
I like Trump because he keep it real. He don't got no filter. He's for the people.
He speaks money, and this is what the country needs. We need money, not inflation. We need money.
Everything.
You want to know something that I really appreciate is that I know everybody probably knows it too, but and don't take this as me putting down. Well, I'm not putting them down. I don't agree, but it feels so good to see the red, white, and blue everywhere, man. After going years of seeing nothing but rainbow flags and BLM flags and every other country's flag, man, there's just to see everybody, black, white, Latino, all different type of accents, all of them with the red, white, and blue on. That's the America that I believe in, man. and if the powers that be don't understand that that's the beauty of this country and that's what really brings us together, man. They don't understand why people are riding for Trump, man.
Was under control. We had low inflation. We had gas under $1.80.
What issues are people in the Bronx facing?
Economic stress. They're facing an illegal invasion.
In the Bronx right now, it's definitely crime.
Prices is extreme.
We care about the housing. We care about the crime.
How has Joe Biden addressed those issues?
He hasn't.
He hasn't addressed them. He wants to make them worse.
Nothing. He's just been talking a lot.
The Biden name in the Bronx sounds like mass incarceration.
What has Joe Biden done for the minority community?
He's done nothing but say, you ain't black.
Incarcerated us. Not a thing.
Absolutely nothing.
I really could not tell you what he's done.
Joe Biden says if you don't support him, you ain't black. Are you black?
Hey, Joe, guess what?
Okay, now I do want to say one thing. I would like it if conservative or like Republican reporters wouldn't ask cliche questions, and really, this is what I can see from right now. We're going more into it, but like those are just cliche questions that we all know about. You're gonna get a quick answer out of that, but let's see if they get into more of the issues. You know, because there's a lot of this is a really good chance for like conservative reporters to get in with the blue, to see what the blue vote is, where the blue mind is. It's a very, very good opportunity. Very good. But let's go. But the questions are kind of funny. You know what I'm saying.
I'm absolutely black, and I support Trump.
I don't know why he would say that. He's not even black.
I guess I said I ain't black because I'm not voting for him.
Trump is more black than him. Trump is black as I am, you heard?
Love was in the air. Donald Trump speaking for over an hour, addressing the economy, the border, foreign policy, and, of course, Joe Biden.
Our subways are squalid and unsafe. The ceiling tiles are falling down, and they look worse than a third world country. The medians of our highways are crumbling. Our sidewalks are littered with garbage, bottles, and trash. Biden is not getting the job done for the Bronx. The minute crooked Joe Biden shuffles out the door, I will rapidly rebuild the greatest economy in the history of the world. Look, we had the greatest economy in history. In Brooklyn, American students at James Madison High School were recently told they had to stay at home from school so their classrooms could be turned into housing for thousands of thousands of migrants. Very simply, Joe Biden puts illegal aliens first. I put America first. I put America first.
Not everybody was happy that Trump was on their turf. Reverend Al Sharpton, happy DEI Thursday, by the way, was ready for a street fight.
Donald Trump is a street fighter. You do not come into the ring with him with gloves, looking for a referee to stop every 3 minutes rest. No, this is a street fight. You come in with a broke bottle and an ash.
What is he talking about? Donald Trump has been the most fair I've ever seen. Showed up at every single court date, showed up at every single mugshot, flying across the country for every single engagement that they're putting him through. Where is he fighting unfair? We know what side's fighting unfair. What false argument are they creating? Come on, Al Sharpton, we better than that. Come on, baby. We better than that. You try to no, Trump's not like that.
Because it's going to be that kind of battle.
Fighting dirty. Democrats don't know any other way.
Right.
Forget about winning hearts and minds. They'd rather throw you in jail and call you racist. Here's Joe Biden's new ad. Watch.
Of course I hate these people.
Donald Trump disrespecting black folk is nothing new. He was sued for refusing to rent his apartments to black families and called for the execution of 5 innocent black and brown teenagers.
And it's more than anger, it's hatred.
It's why Trump stood with violent white supremacists, warned of a bloodbath if he loses the next election, and if he's president again, vowed to be a dictator who wants revenge on his enemies. Now, who do you think that is?
Donald Trump's been running.
Come on, Democrats. We've debunked all of this. That just makes me tired. Like, y'all running that, like, it's making y'all look worse. Did y'all see how many people were in that crowd for Trump? It's because of ads like that. We're not dumb. Come on.
His mouth his whole life, nonstop. And they can't find a single thing he said that's racist. They have to go back to the 80s to find Central Park 5. Here's Trump in the 80s, by the way. Black America wanted to be Trump before Black America had even heard the name Joe Biden. Politics has always been personal. Personality's persuasive. But nothing persuades like results. Traditional Democrat constituencies, young Black, Hispanic voters, are not better off than they were 4 years ago and are coming around to a man who represents a movement they were told not to trust. But every bone in their body tells them that they can't trust the party bosses. Sick of their corny commands and broken promises, people in the Bronx and all over America are beginning to think for themselves, independently, outside of a system that's trapped and scolded them for opening their mouths and eyes. AOC's brain can't even grasp anything other than left-right. Watch her stammer and lie. Humiliated, Trump gets bigger crowds in her borough than she does.
New York City's blue. Brooklyn's blue. Brooklyn is blue. Queens is blue. The Bronx is blue. And he's got nowhere to go. And so he's decided to come to the South Bronx. He's broke. He needs to pay these legal funds and, busing people in order to get those donations so that he can funnel them to his legal fees is kind of his business right now.
Trump doesn't have to be in court for a week. He doesn't have to be in the Bronx. He wants to.
This man is so rich. I don't understand why they keep using these arguments. Trump's going to win in a landslide because, what circles do these what circles do they hang around in where like nobody's telling them the truth, like, or just like anybody who tells them the truth or pushed. Well, that's the case. That's the case. Anybody who tells the truth is pushed out, ostracized, and pushed so far away that's out of sight, out of mind. There's nothing but panders around. Oh yeah, that's the case. That's answer my own damn question.
He's not going to the Bronx because he's broke. He's going to the Bronx because the Bronx is broke, thanks to Bidenomics and AOC. Johnny's been there since 2. Hasn't seen a single bus pull up.
Where are you from?
The Bronx, actually.
I'm originally from the Bronx and from New York.
I'm from the Bronx.
Right here in the Bronx, New York. This is home, right here.
AOC says if you're not a Democrat, you don't belong here in the Bronx. Right. What do you say?
I disagree with that.
I don't think she should be here in the Bronx. I actually don't know any Democrats living in the Bronx.
Look, AOC, look at the tremendous support for Mr. Donald J. Trump.
You need to tell her then she need to stay out the Bronx because look at all the people around. Everybody's here for Trump.
I am a Democrat, and I belong here.
And who are you voting for?
Donald J. Trump.
And that's all that's really needed, man. Just little seeds. Just enough people to walk around with their MAGA hats on, bravely, to talk to people that have been on the fence forever. Or, you understand, after the pandemic, there's a lot of fear going around in this country. They did a good job with a lot of people of putting fear in them about questioning the government. And right now, the government is the Democrats and their policies. They the ones that have people in fear of their free speech, fear of their rights, fear of their Second Amendment, fear of their right to gather. Don't forget, it was the Democrats that allowed all the riots of 2020, but didn't allow us to go to church. So there's an underlying fear there that I can tell. But this movement, this slowly but slowly, and this is a movement out of necessity. Do I think Trump would have came to the Bronx if he wasn't going through all his indictments? Honestly, no. But to see him going through now and to slowly giving strength, this is what leaders do. They give strength to the people behind them. You know what I'm saying? And he's slowly giving people the right to walk around and say, why are I, and tell you, that little 9% margin that Joe Biden has in New York is going to be really small in the next 9 months. Good job, Donald Trump. Good job.
What's AOC done for the Bronx?
She's done nothing for the Bronx. Nothing. Nothing's changed. Nothing's gotten any better.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Let her come to the Bronx and let her come among us people that struggle. She doesn't even know what struggle is.
All these people want is to be heard. And when you realize that, you understand how easy a politician's job is. Even easier than mine. You listen to the voters and you deliver the goods. That's it. You don't ignore them and deliver for yourself. AI would do a better job in Washington than Democrats. The Bronx has never felt more abandoned.
We have so many Americans doing so bad in this country because we have people in this country believe that they have the right to strip us of our humanity, strip us of everything that we own, strip us of our rights to raise our children the way we want to raise our children. We have to stand up against them. It's not about just supporting Trump. It's supporting your rights. It's supporting this country's rights. It's supporting our children. All of you people at home that's scared to come out and say you support Donald Trump, we get you. We understand. You might lose your job. You might lose, but vote for him anyway. If you continue to support the Democratic Party, which is anti-black, you're a damn fool.
The forgotten men and women of this country, the normies, and blue-collar Democrats who've been slighted for decades are all joining to...
So check this out. I went when I got home today looking for like articles and stuff to look for. Only Fox News was the one who were accurately portraying the whole thing. Everybody was like taking snippets and going on other news stations. They're not giving it. They were not giving any type of deep speech like that on any number other than Fox or other conservative leading. But we're talking about mainstream. Like, man, you're not going to see like this type of coverage anywhere else. And it's so positive.
Together as a part of a growing movement from the ground up. The movement reaches from the heartland to the street corner. It's everywhere. And the Bronx is just the beginning. Trump's campaigning on Biden's side of the field now. Look for more rallies in swing state blue cities like Philly, Milwaukee, Detroit, Atlanta, Las Vegas. We're fundamentally altering the American political coalition and returning power to the people. Some would say we're saving democracy.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox.
All right, well, hey, I'm gonna look into some more stuff, but yeah, I'm really happy. It seems like the entire thing went real well, Everybody there was pushing definitely the America First agenda, which is what I like to see the most. Right now, we're trying to get America back on track for everybody, to where at least morally we all speak the same language. There will always be disagreeing, political disagreements, and there'll always be more than, hopefully there'll be more than just a two-party system. But right now, it's about getting us to believe in the country, getting our nationalism back, getting our pride for the country back together. And believe me, there's only one side that's talking about that and putting in the work on the ground to get it together. And now, what are you seeing now? Droves and droves of people of color supporting MAGA. If that's not a, if that doesn't look beautiful for this country, man, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm really happy. And as always, if you like my content, like, comment, and subscribe. Man, I'm so happy for the country. It's just really good to see that. As always, Chef's kiss.